Hey YouTube, I'm Kevin Silva here, and I have this regional map that I got from day 2 of YCS San Jose, and it's for sale or trade, so PM me if you want it. Alright, so this video is going to be about YCS San Jose and how I did. I got 33rd place, I went X and 2, and I tied with my friend Ramon in the final round, and that tie got me 33rd, I guess. But I think I know what really got me 33rd place. Oh, and I started out 7-0. I lost round 8, I lost round 9, and I got the tie in round 10. The reason why I didn't make it was because during round 1, my opponent was a no-show. And that was considered a bye and ruined my tiebreakers for the final round, or for the final standings. The person who got 32nd was a dragon deck, and he was running 3 mass dragons. He wasn't running Future Fusion. I took a look at his deck, and he was not that good, but I'm not that good either, so one of us bad players are going to make it in. Anyway, here's my deck list for YCS San Jose. I have 3 Guardian Eatos, I have 3 DD Warrior Ladies, 3 Breakers, 3 Thunder Kings, 2 Banishers, 2 DD Survivors, 1 Gale, 1 Spirit Reaper. I'll make a quick explanation right now of why I ran this. Guardian Eatos, I can summon it when I have no monsters in my graveyard, and it's 2,500 attack. I can special summon it. So, I could normal summon Banisher and special summon Eatos, 2 of them if I have, or 3 if I have it. And then my field would be 3 2,500 beat sticks and a 16 beat stick. And pretty much I use this card because I usually had no graveyard, but when I did have a graveyard, this card was pretty bad because I have to tribute 2 monsters for it, and I usually don't have the monsters to tribute. DD Warrior Lady, I took out defense position monsters such as the Breeze Dragon. That was the only card I think that I removed quite frequently, but I removed Thunder Kings with this too, so I can use Pot of Dualities. And it's just basically a monster removal, and it's optional, so it's good. But sometimes it gets bottomless, unfortunately, so I just set it. 3 Breakers. Baker baits out Solemn Warning, it baits out Bottomless, it baits out Book. Just make them waste all their cards. And then I usually start out by summoning Breaker and then special summoning Guardian Eatos right afterwards. So we have Thunder King Rai-oh. That card stops Pot of Duality, it stops Dark Soul searches, and it's a 1900 beat stick that if I don't have macro on the field I can stop a synchro summon as well. So all around it's pretty good. Banisher takes out Emmer's Blade, Dark Soul, and I was hoping for a lot of X-Saber matchups, but I only faced 1. I have 2 DD Survivors, and the only reason why I run 2 is because it's just a beat stick. It just comes back during the end phase, doesn't really do anything. Spirit Reaper, I plussed off this card a lot. It really helps. Blackwing Gale is my only tuner, and it cuts my opponent's monster in half, and it synchros with anything but Eatos, if I really wanted to. Those are my monsters. So spells, you have Dark Hole, 2 MSTs, 2 Books, 3 D-Fissures, 3 Pot of Dualities. Okay, you pretty much know why I run Dark Hole. It's a staple in every deck. 2 MSTs, it's a staple. Now 2 Book of Moons. I can protect my own monsters. I can protect my monsters from being killed if they attack with a big monster. I can stop their synchro summon, and all around I can just do anything with this card. I can book my own Thunder King so I can use Pot of Duality. That's how good Book of Moon is. I run 3 D-Fissures. This card is VIP of the deck. When I open up with this card, I almost usually win. So 3 Pot of Dualities. A lot of people say to only run 1 or 2, but I'd say run 3, because in this case, anti-meta always needs to draw a monster, you know? And this way I can get monsters to my hand really fast. Or I need my combo cards like Dimensional Fissure or Guardian Eatos or something. If I need a Solemn Warning, I can add this to my hand really fast with Pot of Duality by looking at the top 3 cards in my deck. So this card helps quite a lot. And it's 11 spells. I think it's 18 monsters, but you can check the description on below if I'm wrong. 3 Dimensional Prisons, 2 Solemn Warnings, 2 Macrocosmos, 2 Bottomless, Mirror Force. Let me move this. Mirror Force, Torrent, Will Oppression, and Solemn Judgment. I ran 2 bottomless because it's protection, and any anti-meta deck needs protection. Just like these deep prisons are my protection. Really, really, really good. 2 macrocosmos. This card easily gets stopped by Trap, Stun, Royal Oppression, and Solemn Warning. Yeah, you can Solemn Warning this because it can special summon a card. I found that out when I was playtesting the night before. I ran 2 Solemn Warnings. This card stops a number of threats. It stops Gores. It stops special summon Cyber Dragons. It stops Gladiator Beast, Gazaris. It stops a lot of stuff. It stops Black Rose too. And the reason why I didn't run 3 is because it's too costly to run 3. You just can't run this card in 3. It will be a dead draw if you take more damage than you should. I also run Solemn Judgment, Royal Oppression, Torrential, and Mirror Force. Those are all staples. Now hold on while I take this phone call. Hello? Oh, I was recording the video right now again, but it's okay. I'll still post this up like this. Alright, YouTube, I'm still posting this up. So that's my main deck. Now, onto my side deck. I got 3 Cyber Dragons. I got Mist Valley Soldier, and those are my monsters in my side deck. I got Monster Reborn, Nobleman, Extermination, and 2 Smashing Grounds. Those are my spells. And my traps are probably the funnest out of my whole side deck. Sakuretsu Armor, Dust Tornado, 2 Magic Cylinders, and 3 Zoma the Spirits. When I side deck, I always sided out Guardian Eatos because I had no way of removing my graveyard if I had a graveyard. There was only a few games where I kept the Guardian Eatos in. I usually sided these 3 Cyber Dragons in. And anytime I sided Mist Valley Soldier in, these 3 Zomas went in too. So I usually sided those 4 in a lot. Zoma the Spirit helped me beat Chris Bowling in round 3 because my setup was DD Survivor, a set Sakuretsu, and 3 set Zomas. And he summoned Beast King Barbaros. He attacked into my Sakuretsu, and he set 2 back rows. And I end phase, I flipped up 3 Zomas, and they're all 1800 beat sticks. And it's a trap monster. And I pretty much next turn drew Nobleman Extermination. I exterminated his Solemn Judgment, and he had 1 other back row. So I switched my 3 Zomas to attack position, and I attacked with DD Survivor and all 3 Zomas, and he went Dimensional Prison on the Zomas. But he didn't have enough life points to live the next turn when he had Thunder King on the field. I just crashed my Zoma into his Thunder King, and it was game. Really, really quickly on game 2. And game 3, I barely beat Chris Bowling because I drew everything. Alright, so here's my side deck. I made the side deck so I can side everything in. I could side every single card in my side deck into my deck for game 2 and 3. And they wouldn't expect it. And I could side out the Macrocosmos because every card in this deck can just work together. And that's how I like to make my decks. So pretty much these Magic Cylinders are not random because they work with the Zomas. I take damage from Zoma from attacking into your monster, but you take the damage of your attack. Then you take the damage of your attack with cylinders if I draw it. And it's really good in time, even though I still lost in time in round 8. It's whatever, though. Stuff happens, I guess. The Dust Tornado is really, really random, I admit that. And the Sakuretsu, again, is Kevin Klein tech. And then the Smashing Grounds, I found that Smashing Ground really helped a lot in taking out Thunder King so I can use my Pot of Duality. It's better than just summoning DD Whirlwind and trying to attack because they're just going to bottomless or solemn warning you. At least with this, you're safe with Smashing. Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn was really, really, really good, and I regret not main decking that card because I set it in every single game too. And Zoma, I set it in every game except 1 match, except the the Lightsworn match. Sorry, because the Lightsworn match, he ran 3 Trap Stuns, he ran 3 Dust Tornadoes, and he ran all kinds of hate from me, so I couldn't side Zoma in, unfortunately. This Mist Valley was supposed to help me out by summoning Darkened Dragon with my Zoma, because Zoma's a dark zombie. And just letting you know, if you synchro with Zoma and play better, you can make a Revive King or a Doom Kaiser, just letting you know. Anyway, back to Mist Valley. I was going to side this card in because if people hide behind walls like Spirit Reaper, it just bounces back to their hand, or I can sync for Darken, but I never drew this card when I sided it in. I was really surprised. I drew Pot of Duality more than any other card. I drew that. I drew 1 or 2 of those every single game at least. So that's my side deck, and I guess you can leave as many bad comments as you want about it, but I think it was pretty good. And last but not least, I have my extra deck. Got a Darken, Colossal Fighter, and 2 Stardust. Got a Scrap Archfiend. Got an Arcanite Magician. I got 2 Black Rose. I got a Goyo, Brionac, my Magical Android, Catastor, and 3 Chimeratech Fortresses. A lot of people wonder why, but if you think about it, Monster Reborn can get you back your Cyber Dragon, and they have a Cyber Dragon. You special summon your own Cyber Dragon, and you just contact, and since there's 3 Cyber Dragons in this format, it's going to be all over the place, this card. So you're just going to need 3 of them. Because you're going to get in situations where you're like, oh man, I used 2, but I need 1 more, and that's why I run it. And I actually did summon 3 in 1 game. It was on round 4. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you want this regional map, just PM me offers, and then I'll see what I value it. And I'll just talk to you later, YouTube.